I want to invite our second speaker for this morning, Virginia, to come up. She is the councillor for Horseshoe Bend Ward and will also be running again in October. And so, Virginia, why don't you come up and tell us about your interactions with Graeme?
Thank you very much. And I think the former speaker really summed up really well what the role in council is about, strategic and governance. And I'm glad that you went to Errington because that's part of my ward right now, but I'm going to lose it in the next restructure. Anyway, in a nutshell, my name is Virginia Tachos, and I'm also standing as an independent candidate for Horseshoe Bend Ward in what is probably the most important local council election so far. The wards have been restructured, so it will be one person per ward, which makes the competition a little bit different to when it was multi-member wards. You're going to have your own patch. And I'm here as an independent because I think it's important in this council election more than ever that we support independents. And I'll talk a bit more about what it means to be an independent. Firstly, my journey with Graeme. I met Graeme via the Kenley development issue. And I think a lot of people are familiar with that issue. Graeme told me this is concerning the community in Kenley, and I understood exactly why, because of the contamination issues and because of the fact that they were going to destroy so many trees as well. This issue became part of Graeme's real vision and drive that's, I think, brought him here. When he started having meetings on a Wednesday night, I attended those meetings, and I think a few of the members are here today. They were fantastic. Graeme galvanised the community to get behind him and the community in Kenley to fight this issue. Without Graeme's leadership and stewardship on this issue and getting people together and convening the meeting and keeping everyone on track. I know we talked about everything during those night meetings, but they invigorated people and they made people awaken about community and the power that you have within community to change things. Apart from that, I do share some common things with Graeme. I have a love for motorbikes, and I remember when I met Graeme, he said to me, "Do you have a helmet?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And I thought nothing of it. Anyway, next thing you know, he said, "I'm in front of your house with a motorbike." And I thought, what? So I got to the front, I dusted off my helmet, and lo and behold, I was behind his bike, going through the streets going, I hardly know this person, but I'm trusting him. And that's when our bond started. We began to become very good friends and confidants with each other and share a vision for Brimbank that I think is to give it back to the community. Because for too long, it's been run by political agendas, by people that are not there, I believe, solely for the community's interests. I can assure you, with Graeme, he's there 100% for the community interests, and that's why I back him. It was clear from that with his skills that the former speaker talked about, he has worked with refugee communities, he's worked with migrants, he's worked with disengaged youth. This pretty much summarises our community in Bribank. We have a youth issue at the moment with crime, we've got disengagement, we've got homelessness. The other day I was talking to someone, and I don't want to go into too much information except to say that there are people that are living in our libraries during the day for the full day because they've got nowhere to go, and at night time they stay in the clubs that are open all night, just so that they're not on the street. They're living off food, community hubs where they can get food packages. They are showering in sports facilities because they have no place. This is becoming an everyday thing in our community, and it's stark and it's worrying. That's why I told you previously that this election will be very important because we cannot oversee these issues happening in our backyard and say, they're not our problem. They are our problem. They are our people. It could be anyone. It could be me or you. It could be one of our family members or friends. So we need to take ownership in Brimbank, and we need strong, independent leadership to do that. Okay, we've got a fight on our hands as well. A decision was made yesterday for a third runway to be decided, a proposed third runway. My phone did not stop ringing all day yesterday. People are worried. Virginia, does this mean I have to sell my house? How will my kids play outside? What about the noise? Is it going to affect my child? Is it going to affect me? Will I be able to have a barbecue outside? Will I be able to hear anything? The confusion and the anxiety people are feeling at the moment is at levels I've never seen before. And that's another reason why we need good leadership, because I can assure you, if Graeme's elected and I'm elected, we will fight for noise sharing, we will fight for compensation, we will also fight to protect communities' health, because at the forefront of everything we do is the protection of our communities' health and well-being over corporations, greeds and profit. I'm not against airports. I fully support all businesses, from micro businesses to large businesses, but they're neighbours and they need to respect the fact that there are communities that have been here too. Some people have been here over 100 years, their families as well, and they've got a right to live where they live as well. And the state government is in fact saying, bring all the new population to places like Bribank and intensify housing. So if they want to intensify housing, why bring more aviation noise? It's going to impact more people. So we need leaders like Graeme that are going to stand up and make sure that they fight for our fair share, for a fair go for our community, because too many times in the West we're taken for granted. They're always going to vote the same way. We don't have to worry about it. We'll just build an SRL for the southeast, because those people are marginal seats and we need to win them over. The West will always vote for us. They're guaranteed vote. We've got to change that. And the only way we're going to change that is by getting strong independents in. Now, I can tell you there are people in here who are saying, well, what's the difference between an independent and, say, someone in a political party? They can both be passionate as well. When an independent goes into the chamber, they're there solely to fight for you. They have no agenda. No one's told them how to vote. Nobody whispers in their ear, look, come on, you've got to think about party here. No. When an independent goes in there, they have a clear mind, they read the evidence, and they make a decision based on the evidence for what's good for the whole community. That's why it's important. Independents are not constrained by dogma, they're not constrained by any other external agenda other than what's best for the community. I encourage everyone, when they get their pamphlet in the mail, in the postal vote, they'll see 5, 6 candidates there. Some people will say, I'm an independent. But I want you to ring that person and say, are you really an independent? Are you a member of a political party? Do you intend to join a political party? Dig deeper, because you need to know that the person that's going to represent you for the next 4 years in that chamber is going to fight for you and not a political party. I encourage everyone to really think about who they vote for in this coming election. And finally, I just wanted to say thank you to Graeme, because there have been times where I've called on Graeme's support. And I don't mean just political support, I mean spiritual support. Being in politics can really take a lot out of you, emotionally, mentally. I've been threatened for my positions on things because I make up my own mind and I'm prepared to be responsible for those decisions. But there are people out in the community who think, oh, you are this or you are that. No, I'm an independent. Graeme has reached out to me so many times and said, keep on that path. What do we say? Stick on your path. Own your path and stick on your path. It may be hard at times. It may feel like the world is against you at times. but know that you've got support. And whenever I've needed that support, he's always tapped me on the shoulder and said, Virginia, I'm here for you. And that's why I'm standing up here today, because I'm saying to you, Graeme, I'm here for you, I endorse you, and I think you will make an exceptional councillor. All the best.